Like Ann said, my name's Sergio Marzatelli. I'm from Miami, Florida, and I moved to Scranton, Pennsylvania. Why? Because I was a fan of that show, The Office. Yeah, and then I got to Scranton and I was like, The Office wasn't filmed here. No, I wanted to move to Los Angeles. I was like, yeah, I want to hang out with Jim and Stanley, and then I got to Scranton and it's just a whole bunch of Dwights. Actually, when I first moved here, I actually worked in an office, and I was a secretary in that office. You can imagine how that went. And nobody ever hit on me. Never. Never. Because they knew how much money I made, and it was less than every other person in the office. So I just hang out in the copy room all day, like, what do you guys want, some paper? What do you want, the 8.5 by 11, or do you want the 11 by 17? I know they didn't want anything. It was a paperless office, just emails. So yeah, last year I got engaged. Thank you. I got engaged because I loved her, but also because I was getting evicted from my studio apartment. Yeah, and her parents had a nice basement. So I moved into her parents' basement with her and her 3-year-old daughter. Did you imagine how that went, guys? It was great. Her dad had to pay for all my stuff. It was amazing. I would just sit in the basement all day with the heat on 90, sweating. It was awesome. And he couldn't even say anything because he's not my real dad. And like her parents are doomsday preppers, you know, these people, they like store all this food in the basement for like the zombie apocalypse or whatever. You know those people? And I used to steal all the food from that room and eat it. Because they didn't understand that for me, doomsday is right now. I need that food. And then a couple months ago, my fiance came up to me and she said we needed to have a talk. Yeah. I didn't want to have a talk, but she wanted to have a talk, so we had a talk. You know how that goes. And she was like, Sergio, you need to make a choice. It's either me or comedy. What choice do you guys think I made? I'm literally doing comedy right now. I chose comedy, and it was the wrong choice. It was the wrong choice. Shouldn't have done that. But it's all good because, like, you know, I'm not engaged anymore. I'm single now, you know. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. This table right here, if any of you guys are single, see me after the show, okay? Single, you know, I don't have the responsibility of being a stepdad. I don't live in her mom's basement anymore, right? I live in my mom's basement now. Yeah. I live with my mom and her 62-year-old boyfriend. Oh, how do you think that's going? Not good. Not good. And my mom and her boyfriend, they were like high school sweethearts, right? And then they like broke up and had sex with a bunch of people for like 50 years. And then got back together as old people. It's really weird. And in high school, my mom was the head cheerleader and her boyfriend was the captain of the football team. And when I was in high school, I used to sell those people drugs. So, and like they're old, they don't do drugs, so I can't even make a side income. So, my mom does all my laundry, you know, as she should. She should. Hey, I'm Italian, right? Italian parents gotta take care of you until they die or you die. That's how it works. So the other day, she comes downstairs and she's like, hey, Sergio, is this your shirt or John's? I'm like, I don't know, Mom, do you think a 62-year-old man has a shirt that says #hustle on it? It's for 31-year-old men, now wash it. She washed it because she has to, so. When I got engaged, you know, I had to go buy an engagement ring, you know, spend like $2,000, right? Wrong. I didn't have to do that at all. I didn't have to do that at all. I went to Zales and I asked for a promise ring. And they were like, what's it for your 15-year-old little brother to give to his girlfriend? And I'm like, no, I'm a grown man and it's to give to the most important person in my life. And they just gave me a promise ring. As in, I promise you I'm not going to spend $2,000 on an engagement ring. And it's messed up because she never gave the ring back. She never gave it back, so the way I see it, she owes me $99. I'm gonna find a way to get it back. find a way. Actually, I actually did just get my own place a week ago. It's in Avoca, not far, 8 miles away. And like, you know, I'm trying to like improve my life, trying to get things better. I just got into therapy, you know. Not like physical, like mental therapy to fix my brain, you know what I'm talking about? And when I booked the appointment, I saw that the therapist was a woman, and I was like, oh God, please don't be hot. Please don't be hot. I'm like, if she's hot, I'm just gonna try to hit on her the whole time. I'm not gonna get better. And then I got there and she wasn't hot. Thank God, she was not hot. So I started going into it. I'm like, you know, I think like comedy's ruining my life. Comedy's ruining my relationships. And she's like, well, Sergio, I think now would be a good time to tell you I used to be a comedian. And I was like, no, this isn't a good time to tell me that. Should have told me that before I made the appointment, because I wouldn't have came. Do you know how many like comedians I can talk to about my problems? Especially, I'm like a mildly successful comedian. I don't want to talk to a failed comedian about my problems. It's even worse. I was talking to one of my friends the other day. He's in therapy too, and he was like, yeah, man, I think I figured it out. It's like my life's like a puzzle, and I just got to fit all the pieces together. And I'm like, yeah, well, my life's like a puzzle, but if you open the box, it's just a checkerboard of Monopoly pieces. Like, I got a red in Park Place. What do? I don't know. So I was in therapy, and like, you know, I was talking a lot about my ex and stuff, and she was like, listen, Sergio, I don't think you should be like, you know, just keep saying her name, talk about where you live, like, you shouldn't say that anymore. And I was like, okay, well, when I was living in Narnia with Voldemort, loopholes. Get through that. I'm also, I don't know if you guys know this, besides stand-up comedy, I'm also the ring announcer for PA Cage Fight. It's a local MMA promotion. You guys seem very impressed by that fact. It's like, I'm like a dual threat, you know, I could like speak into a microphone and scream into a microphone. It's great. So like when I used to get into fights with my fiance, like, you know, we get into an argument, I'd be like, oh, you want to have a fight? I know how to announce a fight. Let's do this. So I'd be like, now make her way to the kitchen. Weigh 120 pounds. 130. She's a perfect 162 and oh, all 162 of those wins coming by crying. Ladies and gentlemen, she's the reigning, defending, undisputed champion of ruining my life. My fiance! And then we wouldn't talk for 3 days.